the 2024 IEM of the year. Let's talk about it. Now let's set up some ground rules. I have this DD Hi-Fi case, and in this case I've been keeping my 10 IEMs that I think could have been a contender for IEM of the year. So we are going to talk about some ground rules as to why we picked these IEMs and kind of went from there. I tried to pick IEMs, some of which I purchased, some of which were given to me, and I decided to use three test tracks. Let's talk about those test tracks and then we'll kind of go from there and why we picked them. Song 1, Killjoy, vocals and a drop. Let's listen. Now, the drop. Next song, Fat Butt, lots of fast bass. Let's go and listen to it now. And the third song, I'm Good, to test the treble extension. Alright, let's talk about our number 10 pick, the Kiwi Ears 4. Now this is a great little set with lots of things going on for it. Great comfortable fit, really nice IEM. It has what we call the meta tuning, but I kind of found this meta tuned IEM to be boring. While I find KE4 to be a very flat and neutral set, I find when I have IEMs in ear, I want something a little bit more engaging. I think it's just kind of the nature of IEMs that you want something that does something a little bit magical and special to your music. And the problem with KE4 is, frankly, that it's not bad and it's musical, but it's just not great. It was the worst of the 10 IEMs I have on my desk. Having said that, it's not a bad set, but it just didn't impress me in the 3 song tracks that we listened to on repeat multiple times, and it failed to impress, unfortunately. Number 9, the Artti T10 Pros. A planar, the cheapest one in the top 10. All around, really solid set, comfortable fit, did well in a lot of on-time sessions, and honestly I thought it might have had a shot at making the championship round, but it did not. It just didn't really do that great. It feels a little bit blunted and a little bit, I don't know, clouded. A solid set, a solid IEM, the only planar that made it here, but in fact, you know, even making it here as number 9 is a testament to this IEM. I think this is a solid IEM, but when I ran the tracks of what I had, its neutrality didn't really help, and it just felt a little bit lacking in some of the sections that I wanted it to, but it was overall a very solid pick. Number 8, the binary Dynaquatro. Now, at this point, any of these IEMs really could have gone IEM of the year, and I was really impressed, and I really had to really fight tooth and nail to think about this. My last year IEM of the year was the Giz Audio Chopin, so binary even getting back here, you know, and fighting is really good. This has the distinction of probably being the best tuned IEM of the lot and the closest to my target. It is a fantastic set that has 4 dynamic drivers kind of working in unison, and to me it's just so pristine. The piano and the extension tracks didn't really work for me, but it was just kind of a so-so on some of the vocals, but it overall is just such a fantastic set that I really think it's something special and unique, and it gets a full recommendation. And in certain tracks, this thing could go all the way. This next one is going to come a shocker, as only coming in 7th to many people. The Aful Cantor, you know, it had a lot of great things about it. Like, the detail retrieval on the Cantor is second to none. But the drop, the vocals, the bass felt jagged and off. There were some things about this that didn't do great. Piano tracks hit like a truck, And there were some great, fantastic details on this set. This to me is still a fantastic set, but in this short little test, it just didn't do. And so while the Cantor is probably the prettiest IEM on the planet, and it is still for me a really strong S tier, it didn't really compete in this small testing group that we had of 3 songs. And actually some of the other Aful IEMs actually did better than this IEM. Let's talk about some other IEMs now. Number 6, the Aful Explorer. Now the Aful Explorer has very few faults. Sound is one of the most impressive on this table of IEMs. It has something special, something unique about this set. It has great space. Its vocals aren't as impressive, and the ear tips fall off all the time on my set, which is disappointing. But overall, the piano on this IEM shines. For an IEM that only costs, $95 on sale, it comes with a great cable, faceplate, is super comfortable in ear, and I think it is something that it's quite possibly the most bang for buck IEM of the year. And honestly, this thing could have gone as high as 1. This is a fantastic set that I absolutely love. And if you had one choice of one IEM to hear, this might be the one that I would recommend to people just because of its insanely low price and exceedingly great value for what it does. The Mega 5 EST bass. Funny that it's coming in at 5, right? Now this is a solid set. I love this set. It fits good in ear. Now what I did when I listened to this track, I thought, hey, this is a good set. It has a lot going on. It has decent overall track on Killjoy, but it didn't have fantastic micro details like, where's the EST, bro? It hammers. It has good detail and great piano track, and it is one of those sets that to me is basically perfectly tuned. But in this test, it didn't fly that well. It hammered in our second fat butt section, but it didn't really crush that section like some of our other IEMs do. So while this IEM does get a pass, it does get something that I would recommend. 5th place is as high as you're going to go, Mega 5. Number 4, the Aful Performer 5+2. Or 7, or whatever else you want to call it. This has one of the few distinctions of, I actually own 2 sets of these. I keep one of them at work and listen to it all the time. I love this set. It has amazing extension and a very balanced, unoffensive tone. But in this test, we're not looking for balance. We're looking for something popping in. And it did really well in Fat Butt, really good in I'm Blue, but it lacked a little bit in Killjoy, and that was its one fault. And it did a fantastic job, and it's one of the better sets, I think. To me, it's a little bit better than the Aful Explorer, and it's really worth that extra little bit of money. I really like this set, and I can't recommend it enough. And number 3, the Xenns Tea Pro. Really nice, clear vocals. It has good end-to-end, micro details. The drop, you think this is going to be a bassy set, but it didn't really hit the bass notes where I wanted it to. It had great extension, great vocals, but oddly enough, this thing didn't hammer in the way that I wanted it to. It really didn't punch through, and that was its fault. That was the only problem that I really had was on Fat Butt. It didn't really seem to hit that thumpy track the way we wanted to. It's a fantastic set, really impressive, but at the same time, it has some minor faults. But I think for value, for a set that's around $300 to $380, depending on how much you pay, it's a fantastic value, fantastic build, and it is an awesome, outstanding set, no doubt. Number 2, the Dunu Brain Dance. Now this is a funny one because without the impedance adapter, it probably wouldn't even have made the top 10. But with the impedance adapter, it kind of cracks. It's fantastic. It does something amazing with the vocals. The bass is so impactful. It's so detailed. It has the same driver as the Dunu Glacier, which is impressive as that's like a $1,300 set, but it needs the impedance adapter. So I'm going to say that if you have an impedance adapter, the Dunu Brain Dance to me wins the IEM of the year, and it is fantastic. But without it, it's just number 2. And your IEM of the year, the Lime Ears Terra. Now, the Terra, it is one of the more expensive IEMs. It was gifted to me, but it still needs to be given a chance despite its price. Despite its price and beautiful faceplate and perfect shells and amazingness. It crushed. Everything was absolutely fantastic. There was nothing lacking. Like, it felt like the details and the air and the space around it. There was a rich, thunderous big bass and fat butt. It hits like a truck, and it does things that just made me wow. And that's why it won my IEM of the year. And this is just my pick. Remember, the only IEM that matters is the one that's in your heart. It doesn't really matter. It's what you want. Come join the Discord. We have tons of other ranking lists there to check out. We have a few fan channels of some other big upcoming reviewers. So come join us. Your opinion's valid. Thanks for watching my end of the year video. Hope you guys have a great day and hope we have a great 2025. And I'll take you all later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. You're still here. It's over. Go home. Oh, you're expecting a teaser for our next video. Well, we don't have that kind of money. What are you expecting? One of those store reviewers to show up in a saucy little leather number? Go. Oh, I can tell you one thing. We are going to have a collab video. We have no idea what it's going to be. Probably Kryn, maybe Chris. Or Joyce. Don't deny it. She's got range. Go. Get out of here. Go. 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 Go on with you.